Welcome. My name is Bill Foote, and I'm the instructor for MBA 611 Advanced Data Analysis, being held in the second term in fall of 2024 at Manhattan University. This is a course in Bayesian data analytics. Uh, the real subtitle for me is Probabilistic Reasoning with Data with Business Applications. That's really what we're after here. And we're using an approach that uh, I think will get at the heart of what most business decision makers ask, or any organizational, or in my household would ask, how plausible is it between the low price of this rent and the high price of this rent? And what kind of plausibility you're looking for? Well, pretty high, around 80, 90% reasonable. So we're going to be doing that throughout the course. Let me dive right in with this introduction to the syllabus. Uh, there it is. This is actually written in the platform we're using, which is R and R Studio, and this is an interactive PDF document. So there's a lot of interesting things going on here. There's a premise and a manifesto. Just let me click on. There we go. Basically, learning is inference, and inference basically is just counting. That's something we're going to see throughout the course. Marquis de Laplace, probabilist from 1819, writes, uh, all you basically need to know is how to count. All right, look at the things for, look at the things against, count them up. Then that will be the gauge by which you can measure plausibility of a truth statement between 0 and 1. So we'll be doing that a lot, and in the very first video of the course as well. So go through this. It's interesting reading, I hope, to get you squared away with what our learning goals are, which come directly out of our accreditation standards. But these are pretty common sense. We want to gain experience in analytical design. Of course, we do. Understanding of leadership. Leadership means willing to get your hands dirty in the mire, but really getting into the works of how my decision making process works and operates within a complex organization. And this will be some of that. And demonstrate an understanding, oh, that's interesting, of ethical issues in business. One of the last things we're going to look at in the course is something called the infamous trolley problem, and a study that was done using Bayesian techniques. But I want to try something else on that using AI techniques. Well, the whole course is really AI. We did this in the 1980s. So, but now we have some new things that we can do with it that we couldn't do before because we didn't have enough compute power, or nuclear plants powering all of that compute power. Another must have been changing something there. Various readings. Access the our cookbook. This is online. Isn't this wonderful? Online, and you have everything you need to know about how to get started. Use this, and I will help anybody who calls me and asks me, what do I do next? I have a book too, and there it is, Stats 2. Oh, I should lower this price. Oh, minimum price is $30. I only earn $24. Wow, interesting. Yeah, I have to sell my books. I'd rather give them to you, but some people have a different idea about my employment. So that's how this is going to work. Inside this book, I don't think I have. Well, anybody wants to read it, just let me know. I have a lot of notes relative to this course that I think are fairly useful, different from the next resource, which is really a prime resource. And that's Richard McElreath. This is a must-have book. Let me show it to you. Here it is. It's coming out in the 3rd edition. You should give us all a discount for. I own 2 editions. I've been using this book professionally and professionally here in the course as well. Statistical Rethinking. And he has a website, which you should go to. And the Excel, his website is back over here. Here's his website. You get the first 2 chapters for free. There it is. How cool is that? Yeah. Oh, who cares much about that? That site is in Leipzig, 2019. Seamus Heaney. Oh, gosh. Yes. Very literary. I think he plays Bach on the piano. But here we go. First code. What do you do with this code? You take this code and do that and put it in your R console, and you do that, and you do that. Every single piece of code, you follow along in this R console, that teeter and long, and I can show you how to set up. Okay. How's that? That's really cool. I recommend Python and Julia as well. I want APL2 in this, but nobody's listening to me. Publisher website to buy the book. GitHub, which everybody should have a GitHub to go through and see how to install this thing. And I'd be happy to. I not only will do that, I will attempt a session where we load this. Okay, I will attempt that. And the rethinking package you really want to put in is rethinking at slim, which means you don't have to put all this other stuff with Stan in yet. Not yet. Okay. So this is kind of useful here because then you can copy it and paste it directly in your console. Yeah. Okay, fine. Whatever. Let's see. Let's get back over here. Solomon Kurtz is outstanding for especially the tidyverse visualization. Richard uses a base R approach. The rest of us use ggplot too. I think he does too. So there's quite a bit here. Outline of changes for the 3rd edition. Oh, the dotted half note, Gregorian chant. Thank you. Yes, chant 3 times if you need help, and click your heels. The drawing of the owl. Oh my gosh, work must flow. Very good stuff. Yikes. Notes. Franco, your workflow. This paper is actually a paper that is really beyond helpful. Bayesian workflow. So not a bad thing to try to do, especially if you're going to manage other people who are going to do the workflows. Become a manager like Emma Saul at her place of work, an alumna of our fair institution, Manhattan University. Pretty good, huh? Love all this interactivity. Yeah, bring this back here. And we're back to this. You can get our access. Yes, right here. You can get it right here. I've tried it. I'm going to run a video on that when I have a chance toward the end of this week, hopefully before Friday. You can also use Posit. which does not support any standard, but you can use the Rethinking at Slim on there, and I can help anybody who needs that. And lots of other documents, but Long and Teeter Chapter 1 will get you there pretty quickly. Always use our projects in our studio, and they set up working directories, and the session workspace is going to be defined by that. Okay, so that's pretty important. I have some tutorials that from the old days, and a weekly schedule that we're going to be pretty much holding on to 1 to 3, 4 to 5. I don't know if we're going to get to collinearity, 6 to 7, 8 to 9. So up to week 3, it's multiple regression. And then we get into cool aspects of multiple regression, interactions, week 4. But the cool aspects are logistic and Poisson regression, and logistic regression is the heart of every red-blooded AI, GPT style. Okay, multi-level memory, and we'll see what we do on this one. 15 and 16 are going to be pretty. We're just gonna look at it just to get an idea of the issues and run some code and see what it looks like. We will use skill builders throughout. We get right to the grading. We have 16 cases. Those are skill builders, equally weighted. And now the weights here are more like for effort. How much effort should you put into it? 20% effort, participation by viewing. I can see who views and who doesn't view and all that kind of stuff. And a final project. So start thinking of a final project. Relate one thing to 3 others. If you don't have any ideas, I can give you a lot of ideas. Violence in Africa. Okay, I can give you an idea there. Electricity price forecasting, give you an idea there. Lots of good stuff. Here's my rubric that I tend to use. Please read it. And the grading pattern is that. Oh, we're using 93. Okay, you know how I grade. Most of you know how I grade. So just complete your work. All right, get it all done. Academic integrity. We have a lot of integrity, and we have a lot of success. There we go. So that's the overview of the course. And I welcome you to this course. Those of you who have been trying to see the previous version of this welcome without hearing the voice was because the mute was on somehow. It was very crazy how this is working. I was trying to do a picture-in-picture, and it wasn't working very well. So learning new things about the new Zoom. I've been using Zoom for many years, and it keeps surprising me. Anyways, I look forward to working with each and every one of you, and thank you for the opportunity to do so. And for some of you, again and again and again, continue to have fun together on this journey that we're taking together. And remember to encourage each other daily while it is still today. Form your teams to do so. Talk to me. You text me. Say hi to me. And take care. And we'll have a lot of fun doing this. Yes, a lot of work, but a lot of joy when it works so well. Tremendous joy out of that. All right. So we'll leave you with that and take care and have a great 7 weeks ahead.